Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. So today I'm gonna be talking about school life romance manhwas and webtoons. But before we begin with the video, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Now let's begin our list. Coming at number 1, we have He Can't Be This Dumb. Renowned for his exclusivity, only the children of Korea's elite can attend International Island High. But when Kang Do-ha, an ordinary girl from an average family, is given a lucky chance to enroll, she is thrust into an unfamiliar world of money and power. Despite trying to fly under the radar, she somehow ends up in the same dorm as Ro-won, the most popular guy in school. He seems to have it all, but when it comes to girl, he is completely clueless. The male lead is overall naive and ignorant of his surrounding because he doesn't know any better, but he is a good person and can be smart when needed. Art is really pretty and consistent. Story-wise is also good. There are twists and turns I wasn't expecting. I thought the whole social classes categorized as college Latin honors was over the top ridiculous. But later I realized the author probably intended to use it in a satirical way to portray the societal obsessions with social status and wealth. The male lead is cute in his ignorance, unexpectedly good. The main characters are fairly charming once you get to know them. Something about this webtoon is so endearing. It's funny how everyone was simping for the black-haired guy who is the second male lead, I guess, Leon, and shitting on a Ro-won. I guess that they needed a cool shower to learn that the best looking character is not also the best person. Great art, fantastic characters and character development. You will love the protagonists even if you hate them at first. Nice story, pacing and character. Coming at number 2, we have What I Decided to Die For. Gio, a senior in high school who was injured ahead of the national taekwondo competition, is facing late puberty. Cha Gyol, who met Gio while having all sorts of bad thoughts, is completely swooned over by Gio with her dazzling smile. However, the people around Cha Gyol are somehow dangerous for her to go head over heels with him. Her mind knows that she should be wary of him, but she could not stop her interest towards Gyol. I really have high hopes for this because I believe it will not only provide nice characters and art but also bring up suicidal thoughts and talk about mental illness. The male lead looks suspicious and hot. The artist is so good at creating an atmosphere between the leads, and the male lead has facial piercings. From the first few chapters, I am getting bad boy with a heart of gold vibes. The tension between the two leads is just marvelous. Coming at number 3, we have Oolala. Go-myung and Min-won are dating, but it's not your typical relationship. They may look uninterested with each other, but with a little bit of space along their way, their relationship slowly starts to develop. This is probably one of the rarest webtoons out there that has a very wholesome story. The characters are both adorable, also they are weird and funny. I literally had a good laugh while reading each chapter. What makes it more wholesome is that rather than centralizing on romance, they treat each other as best friends or partners in crime. The main couple is absolutely crazy and all the side characters are hilarious. It's not a slow burn romance. The main couple starts dating in the first chapters. I think this concept is quite interesting. The female lead wanted to go out only because she wanted to experience dating and romance, and the male lead accepted nonchalantly for the same reason. However, they are both treating each other correctly, as equals and as people, and not with a romantic ideal in mind. From there, it's just them being their insane selves. This is so cute and one of the most wholesome relationships ever. They were the perfect couple goals for me. This is just a complete fluff. It's light and funny. It's not cringy, it's not cliche, it's just two teenagers being immature and having fun. Coming at number 4, we have What Are We? Yoonji is the top student in her grade, but her kind and responsible exterior masks problem at home. Her dad is gone, her mom is gravely ill, and she has to live with her new caretaker, the imposing chairman. Now she has to keep an eye on his troublemaker son Pyong. When the chairman promises Yoonji that he will grant her one wish if she is elected as the school president, Yoonji works hard to balance school life, dealing with bullies and a potential romance while trying to figure Pyong out. The manhwa's name makes sense. The writer did a good job in making the readers be conflicted about the relationship between the leads. It's full of suspense and angst. I feel the main character deserved more happiness. It's very interesting. It's a must read. Coming at number 5, we have Seasons of Blossom. This is a charming story of young love taking root and blossoming in 4 high schoolers. This story is too relatable. It captures those awkward and confusing feelings and thoughts that teenagers have almost perfectly. It also explains the story so well that nothing is confusing to follow along with. The plot, the characters' development, and also the art is excellent. I came for love, but it gave me a heartbreak and so much more. There are so much life lessons you will learn from it. As the title says, there's a difference in every season. Likewise, there are different seasons in our life too. This manhwa really can make you happy in a second and sobbing the next. It really shows things that can happen with anyone. And be prepared with your tissues in this roller coaster of emotions. It depicts the most delicate and subtle of emotions in the most intricate way possible. It is insanely well written and delicate. I can't even express how emotionally relatable this is, and honestly it just points out reality where it hurts, but it's so beautiful. At the same time, the emotions are so perfectly portrayed. Most of all, I really enjoy how realistic it is and how it focuses on mental health, especially dealing with grief, more than anything. It's perfectly put together and tackles topics that are usually avoided in romance manhwas. The story itself is pretty well written, to the point where the characters feels too real. I recommend this to all of you if you want to read some shoujo that has a realistic story. Coming at number 6, we have Goodbye in Love. The story begins with Dai and Hanyul, our 2 main characters that have hated each other following a misunderstanding in high school several years back. When they meet again as adults, they realize they are going to be in-laws through the marriage of their older siblings. However, after the tragic death of their newlywed siblings, the two also get in an accident where they are transported 8 years in the past. The two, initially flabbergasted by the accident, quickly come to the conclusion that this must be a chance to fix their future, since this was the time that their older siblings first met. Although sworn enemies, the two must put aside their differences and figure out how to change the future to avoid their siblings' death. In my opinion, this is one of the most underrated manhwa. This one has pretty art, tight storytelling, and reasonably surprising twists and turns, and the romance development is cute and makes sense. Several elements I enjoyed in this story are its use of humor and compelling storyline. The artist's versatility in creating beautiful panels and also hilarious, meme-worthy faces are enjoyable to read. Coming at number 7, we have A Beloved Existence. This story is about an ex-track runner who has undergone heart surgery and must find a new meaning in her life. As a child of newly divorced parents, she is living with her mom and goes to a new high school where she meets the male protagonist who is the son of the heart donor she has received, and we watch as they get closer to one another. Also, it gives a tone of realism with a dash of supernatural whimsicalness, which just adds to the depth of the story. The pacing of the story is really admirable in that we learn just enough and move along at a nice pace of development without feeling like the story is dragging on or being rushed, which is something I really appreciate. I love how realistic the characters are and how we get to learn more about them individually. It's especially endearing when we get to see everyone interacting in different ways because of their changing motivations and desires. I hope you all have a good day. See ya!